we all know Asante Samuel has been going off on Coach Prime live on his X account and on his YouTube channel, guys. We did a video covering how Asante Samuel and Shannon Sharpe went back and forth. Shannon Sharpe went off calling out Asante Samuel, saying that his playing career can never compare to Coach Prime's.
50-plus interception, 94 pass. Please start saying they don't throw his way. Asante, I love you, bro. I love you. I think you're phenomenal. But you're not in Time's realm. That's not even close. You're not. Nobody will ever say Asante Samuel and Deion Sanders in the same breath. You were fabulous. That's the greatest corner to ever put on pads and a helmet.
Real quick,
Please.
How stupid the T-step is. I'm going to teach you real. Now, Bucky, you're going to help me.
Okay.
We're going to walk backwards, then we're going to walk forward. Let's walk backwards.
Okay, we're walking backwards.
Now let's stop and walk forward. Why didn't you T-step?
I mean.
Why didn't you T-step? Okay, let me show you how stupid that is. Look, I'm going to walk backwards.
Yep.
Then I'm going to walk forward.
Whoa.
Who does that? What fool does that? What idiot does that?
Hey, if I was
That's what I miss about the combine. That's what I miss about the
combine.
combine.
That's right. Do it like the best does it.
If one of my players do that, I'm ripping his face mask off. And the rest of the game without a face mask.
So Asante Samuel had responded to that on Twitter, guys, and that's what kickstarted everything, because Asante Samuel had an issue with the video of Coach Prime mocking the T-step. As you can see, he said, "I can't stop laughing how foolish he sounds. You can't control everything, sir. The first thing a cornerback is taught, never run out of breaks, so T-step is the perfect technique." Coach Prime clapped back and said, "Sir, foolish, LOL, LOL. God bless you, my brother. Tell them what this is really about, sir. You forever taking shots at the sky. Mickey Andrews is responsible for teaching us what I teach, and it sure seemed like it worked for us. Peace, be still." So Asante Samuels, he had got upset with everything. He started putting out these tweets, comparison his stats with Coach Prime's stats, as you guys can see in this photo right here. He said, "Here's your yearly reminder. Now let's hear the excuses." And then he also put out this tweet as well, highlighting their stats. And yeah, guys, I did a full video covering that. If you guys missed it, I'll have the link to that down below, because I want to get into Ryan Clark calling out Asante Samuel for that. Ryan Clark went off. So let's check out what Ryan Clark said, and then I'll follow up with Asante Samuel's response as well. So let's check out what Ryan Clark said on the Pivot Podcast. Here's that clip right here. And if you can, guys, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. That really does help my YouTube channel continue to grow. I really do appreciate that.
Asante Samuel and Deion Sanders are having a conversation about football. And you talk about two lions having a conversation. But one of them's Mufasa, though. The other one's Scar. Right? And don't get me wrong, in their own right, both of them were very powerful, right? But there's a reason why they got the Hall of Fame. There is no Hall of Very Good. Wow. Now, you can have the conversation between Asante and Deion Sanders when you're talking about technique. I train DBs, right? And by the time I get them there in college and in the league, I don't change anything they do. If you want a T-step, we're going to figure out how to make that efficient. If you're a bicycle guy, we're going to make sure that you don't run in place. Let's just fix that, right? That's a conversation we can have. But let's not stat watch, Asante. Let's not throw rocks at a tank. You were good. You played zone well. You had good eyes, right? But we cut the film on, like, you get cooked. Because your eyes, as good as they were in zone, they were bad in man, right? You could get double moved, right? We understood that. Deion Sanders shifted the power of the entire NFL. Deion Sanders played for one team, covered the other team's Hall of Famer, and won a Super Bowl. So the other team said, how do we beat that team? We can't get their quarterback. Let's go get the next best thing. Let's go get Deion Sanders. And then he went to the other team and covered the other Hall of Famer and won a Super Bowl with them. And then, just when he got bored, he played offense. Before that, he was the best returner in football. And so I don't believe that the way you play in a career should preclude you from being able to have conversations about technique. But if Troy said something preposterous, I would text him and be like, TP, you know that's not right. Because intellectually, I could have that conversation with him. If Ed Reed said that, if Ronnie Lott said that, if Sean, God rest his soul, was here to say that, I'd be like, guys, like that's not right. But what I ain't gonna do is say, hey, let's pull out the film and look at these stats, and I'm gonna say that I'm as good as you were ever. Because that's not true, Asante Samuel. It's not a conversation. You are not in that conversation. Before you get in that conversation, it's a lot of people from your time playing in the league that's in that conversation more than you're in that conversation. And I get it. Being where we're from, where he's from, where I'm from, yeah, we feel good about who we are. Sometimes it's not about who we are, but who the effing other person is. And the other person that you're talking about is the mother effing person, right? The reason people want to play that position is because of this man.
I remember Ryan Clark. I remember you sat right there on that set and praised Jalen Ramsey. Yes, Jalen Ramsey, while degrading Trayvon Diggs, when Trayvon Diggs had 10 interceptions. You feel me? And Ramsey only had 3 or 4 interceptions that season, I think. But Ramsey gave up 800 yards that season. Trayvon Diggs gave up a lot of yards as well. They wasn't too far apart. But Trayvon Diggs had 10 plus interceptions. You understand what I'm saying? But Ryan Clark, you tried to make Trayvon Diggs look bad because Ramsey was on your show that night, that day. And that wasn't play at all. Right then, I knew the type of person you was, homeboy. Yeah. Go back and pull up your show. Everybody go look at the show where Ryan Clark was going in on Trayvon Diggs, and Trayvon Diggs had all these interceptions. He gave up a lot of yards, but also did other cornerbacks. But he decided to praise one because he doesn't know nothing about playing cornerback and stats and getting the ball and making turnovers and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So Ryan Clark is definitely someone that don't have a clue what the heck they talking about, you know what I mean? Or he's just a biased individual or has to show favoritism or something like that. But from the times that I seen him talk and speak on individuals, Ryan Clark doesn't have a clue what he's talking about.
So that's what Ryan Clark said, defending Coach Prime. And Asante Samuel had responded to it on his X account. As you guys can see, this is what Asante Samuel had put out, pretty much calling Ryan Clark Uncle Tom. And yeah, guys, Asante Samuel is keeping this thing ongoing. He's currently going off on everybody right now on Twitter. And yeah, if you go check out his X account, he's still going in on every single person that's defending Coach Prime, guys. So get in the comment section down below, how do y'all feel about today's video? Don't forget to hit that like button if you made this far in the video as well. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new. Catch you guys on the next one, and we out, guys. Peace.